Hello everyone, this is kind of a different video. I want to talk about my current situation in terms of music production, maybe a little bit of my past with music production, and my goals. This is more like a personal video that I'm making for myself to try and help me improve in that area, because in case you don't know, I'm making a horror game. Audio is very important in horror games. I'm working very hard on the soundtrack to make something very, very memorable. I've invested a lot of time and money recently on learning new skills about music development, getting new tools that will help me reaching my goals, and I've just been overwhelmed with work in general. Sometimes when it reaches a time of day on my schedule where I'm supposed to improve on my audio production skills, sometimes I feel tired and my mind ends up wandering somewhere else. And yeah. So first of all, maybe a little bit of my history with like music in general. When I was 9 years old, I got my first guitar. Before that, I played flute, but I don't even remember how to play flute. Well, I guess you would call it recorder as well. I mean, I kind of can play it, but I was a kid. It was for school. I entered my school band when I got my guitar. This was all thanks to my cousin. My cousin kind of got me into guitar and like to heavier music like rock and metal. And I actually started making music by myself very early on. I never had classes like music theory classes or even guitar classes. I just learned the main chords at the time. I was like five or six chords, and I just made music with that basically. So all you need is a few chords and power chords. Well, technically those are chords as well. Yeah, I've been making music since I was very young, and I probably started recording my first songs when I was 11 years old on something, if I remember correctly. Wait, I don't... Yeah. No, I remember that the drum sample program that I used was called Beatcraft or something like that. And then I changed to Rhythm Rascal. Damn, those are old-ass programs. And I would just, like, plug... I had an electroacoustic guitar, so I would just plug it to my computer. I had, like, a cable that converted the jack into a 3.5 millimeter. And I plugged it into my computer microphone port. There you go. It didn't need an interface at the time. Yeah, I made a bunch of music. I still do have some of those. Maybe one day I'll show that in a video. That could be interesting. But yeah, like I started just recording, balancing audio levels, and releasing stuff for myself and for my family and friends. So I never actually touched any crucial music production stuff when I was doing that. I never learned about EQs, compressors, all that stuff. I actually still don't understand those things but we'll get to that. We'll get to that part. Yeah, I started a band with my best friend at the time. We played like some rock stuff, and then we got together again in another band, and we played like death/black metal. There I was mostly doing like vocals and a little bit of keyboard, which is something else that I don't know how to play, but we'll get there. We'll get to the instrument stuff. Then after that, I joined another friend of mine, and we made another band called Zenzik. I'm probably going to post a link to that in the description, because we do have some releases on that. But once again, like, our recordings were very primitive. I would just record everything and then manage the audio levels, and that was it. I never did anything else except leveling the audio levels. Yes. So I'm actually surprised that it doesn't sound half bad. It could have been way worse. Let's be honest here. And then me and that friend started like a side project where I was playing drums, because I learned how to play drums through Rock Band. That is absolutely 100% the truth, by the way. I learned how to play drums from Rock Band. I used to be like on the top 8% players of Rock Band of worldwide, and that still kind of blows my mind. I miss playing Rock Band so much, but I don't have it here. Maybe when I go back to my country, I can go back to playing that again. And then I came to Japan, and well, I started the band here, and we do have an album that I want to see if I can get it out this year. Work has been incredibly crazy. I haven't been able to record vocals for it, and after recording vocals, I have to mix and master this thing. But before we go into that, about the mixing and mastering experience that I have, I would like to talk about my skills with instruments. I can play guitar quite okay. I can play drums. I can carry a beat. I can improvise very well on the drums. I can play bass, no problem. I can play piano to the point where I don't know chords, but I know which notes sound well together, so I can make my own chords. I don't really know what I'm doing. I don't know the names of the chords or anything. And I can very well get a song by ear. It's not that hard for me. I have like a really good ear for pitch recognizing and stuff. So like if I learn how to play something slowly, I can practice to the point where I can play it normally. I don't even know if I'm putting the fingers in the right place. But yeah, there we go. But again, with all of those, well, except the drums, because drums don't have pitch, I don't really know notes or chords or anything. Well, now I know a little bit, but we'll get into that. I'm speaking as if this is me from 2 months ago. All right, let's say it like that. Yeah, and my current skills in terms of music production, I would say they're okay. I kind of understand what a compressor does. I kind of understand what an EQ does. I kind of understand what a saturation plugin does. I kind of understand what a limiter does. But I don't know exactly when is the precise time to use them, and I don't know what every knob, every option does. And I feel like my production suffers a lot from it, as it would, right? I am able to get like what I think are pretty good mixes and masterings. Like the last 2 soundtracks I released, I think they sound really good. There's some songs where I think it got a little bit muddy, and I remember trying to fix it, but I couldn't fix it. So I thought it wasn't that big of a deal, so I just released it like that. But that's the kind of thing that I want to learn how to fix. I want to know how to actually achieve what I hear in my head perfectly. That's why I started taking 1 hour a day to gain more production skills. Not just production, but also music theory. Because like I said, I've never learned music theory. 2 months ago, I didn't know what a C was, or a D, or an E. I mean, I knew that they were called that. So I bought a music theory course by ThinkSpace. Guy Mitchell-Moore is an incredible teacher. Love that guy. That guy is incredible. I've been learning a lot, to the point where I know how to make a major scale, how to make a minor scale. I know how to play the C major chords. I know what a fifth is. I know what a third is, or all of that. I know all of those things now. Things are starting to make sense in my brain in ways that I didn't know they would. One of the reasons why I took so long to actually try to learn music theory was because I thought that not knowing the rules would make me a better composer. But I have so many moments when I'm composing that I don't know what to do, and I just have to keep improvising or keep thinking about something until an idea comes into my head, and then I'll try to replicate it. That I thought, you know what? Even if I know the rules, I can break them. No one is forcing me to follow the rules. So I might as well learn the rules. And that's what I did. And now I find it so much easier to know what I want to do. And I'm like 20 or 30% into the course. That's it. And I already feel like sometimes I do know what I want to do with a song. Theoretically. I don't know if I'm breaking rules yet, because it's a little early to know that, but it's so much easier to put my ideas into the DAW. That's Digital Audio Workstation, because you don't know. That's where you record music. I know this is like obvious, but learning music theory is making so many things click. It's kind of crazy. Let's move on from that. So yeah, my goals. My goals is learn more music theory. I want to finish the course. There's 2 more courses that I want to follow after this one. One of them is based around the guitar, which I think would be good to learn guitar theory as well. And the biggest goal I have right now is understanding the most important components of mixing and mastering. And what I mean with that is fully understand a compressor. I have many compressors. I want to know what they do, all of them. I want to understand what they all do. I want to pick 1 or 2 or 3 that I want to use and use those, master those. And as with compressor, I would say the same for EQ. Although EQ is the one that I understand the most. I do understand EQ, but sometimes I don't really know if I'm doing the best thing. So I want to learn more about the EQ. Also, how to use saturation correctly, because apart from creating distortion, I don't really know what I should be looking for. And how to use limiters. I mean, I understand roughly what a limiter is for and what it does and how to use it, kind of. I don't understand all the knobs, but that's the thing. I want to understand all the knobs. So yeah, mixing and mastering in general. I want to understand those processes a lot deeper. I don't want to just be guessing or following along someone else. I want to know, like, I want to listen to something and think, okay, I need to use this to fix that or to improve this. I want to know, what exactly does a tape machine do? Because I don't know. I have a tape machine plugin. I have no idea exactly what it does, apart from it sounds like it changes the EQ a bit. I guess to emulate a tape machine? I don't know. That's what I want to learn. I want to learn the best practices of recording, mixing and mastering. I feel like I'm kind of okay with recording. I don't really record with mics. Like, I don't record live drums or anything like that. Everything is digital. I have an audio interface here where I connect my guitar and record the DI, run it through Neural DSP plugins or something. Yeah, but I want to know, like, what are the best practices? And finally, I want to learn how to play piano, like actually play the piano, because I don't know if I'm putting the fingers correctly or anything like that. But you know what I mean? Like, sometimes when you want to do like a run through a scale, I don't really know what is the most optimal position for your fingers when you do that. And I do want to learn that. And I do have a course about piano that I want to follow eventually. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video because I want to learn these things. And as I learn these things, I'm going to make more updates like this. I'm going to call this my audio production quest or adventure. I have no idea, something like that. And I feel like if I make videos about them, I have a goal. Maybe I want to make a video explaining what a compressor do. If I can explain what a compressor do, that means that I know what a compressor does. That's what I want to reach. Because then at that point, I'm also teaching other people. Hopefully. And I'm hopefully not saying anything wrong. I'll probably always write like, a noob tries to explain a compressor to you. Something like that. But it's a goal. It's a pop-up goal. It's right there. I just need to do it. I don't know how frequently these videos will come out. They're not scheduled or anything. It's more like a side thing. But hopefully soon there will be videos about compressors, about EQ. Maybe I'll have a video like, alright, I learned how to use an EQ. Let's find out what is my favorite EQ out of all the ones that I have. And there you go. And then I make a video about my favorites or something like that. I guess that's it. I also do music live streams in case you're interested. I'll leave the schedule around here. Maybe here. Maybe here. You can come and check it out if you want. I think that's everything that I wanted to say. I'm glad that I decided to take this step because I'm working so hard to make my game the best that it can be. I want the soundtrack to be the best that it can be as well. So join me in this quest. What if I call this adventure? Oh crap. See ya.